word for improvement. I found that out searching for what am I going to name this company and thinking about ideas as far as what I wanted to kind of be the central goal of the company. And what I want the central goal of this company to be is to be a tool for small businesses, entrepreneurs, and marketing agencies to create the most powerful and effective promotions that they can, and to continually improve those promotions through analytics and all that kind of stuff. So what I want to tell you about first is a little bit of my background. I'm a developer since 2003. I've built a number of web applications for small businesses as well as large businesses. I currently work for the Department of ITS, Mississippi Department of ITS, building licensing programs for state agencies throughout the state. I'm very passionate about building user-friendly interfaces. I think it's important that when a person comes to a website, they don't have to say, what am I supposed to do? They should have a number of things that are just listed out there. This is what you're supposed to do. And so I think that's really important when building software. I'm also an entrepreneur at heart. At Mississippi State, I entered into the entrepreneurship program. And my senior year, with a group of other guys, we presented a product, the small business planning competition. And our team took home first prize. And it was just kind of like something that kind of got me started in this. I like to find where a pain point is, where a problem point is, and find a way to fix that problem for a client, for a customer, for whoever. And I think that with PromoKaizen, I found a problem space because it's a problem that I have. So let me tell you a little bit about what is PromoKaizen. It's a platform for small businesses to create, monitor, and maintain promotions online. These promotions are designed to engage people in a social way. So there'll be ways that you can get people to like you on Facebook or follow you on Twitter. I have found, my job prior to this, I worked for a marketing company. I found out that when you give somebody something for free, or give them the chance to get something for free, they will give you pretty much anything. They'll give you your email address, their phone number, their mailing address, especially if you say, well, we got to be able to mail it to you. If you want this free thing, we got to be able to mail it to you. And so they'll give you the information that you as a business want and need to grow your business. And so initially, it's going to be Facebook focused. That doesn't mean that it's only going to operate on Facebook. It can operate on a website, or it can operate, anywhere that you have, that you would want to have the content for the promotion. Why am I passionate about PromoKaizen? Like I was saying, I worked at a marketing agency, and I saw firsthand how powerful promotions were at creating new leads, new customers, building up. I saw one company go from 70,000 likes to 140,000 likes in the course of 7 months. And likes don't necessarily mean anything, but there are some statistics that try to put a dollar amount, and the last one that I looked at said that a like is worth $6. And so it's kind of important to build your social engagement, as we talked about earlier, and promotions is an excellent way to do that. Why online promotions? Here's some statistics. Companies will spend $176 billion on discounts, coupons, and other offerings in 2013. That's a lot of money. That's people who are going and giving out free products, free services, all these different things. That's not them spending money on PromoKaizen. That's them giving things away, coupons and things like that. They need a way to do that effectively. And so that's why I'm doing online promotions. Companies will also spend 81% more on promotions than advertising in 2013. That's a huge shift from 2007. This is a report that I looked up. They said that in 2007, companies were spending more on advertising than they were on promotions. In 2013, they're spending more on promotions than they are on traditional advertising. And so that's kind of, it's just the trend of things. 71% of companies say they will increase their digital marketing budget in 2013. And 62% of companies plan to increase their spending on social marketing in 2013. We all know that's where the world's going. There needs to be a place where you can effectively and cheaply, hopefully, monetize those new customers. That's like the way you spend those dollars, you want to bring back the most bang for the buck. And so that's why I think online promotions is a great way to build customers. So why Facebook? Why am I initially starting on Facebook? There's a number of reasons that it's not detailing here. This is one of the reasons why Facebook. Facebook followers, see there are 41% of them are following your company because they want to receive promotional discounts. So you got to give them what they want. And so I think that's one of the reasons starting with Facebook. There's also some stats that I didn't look up, didn't show here. There's like 15 million business pages. So it's not very difficult to start up a new Facebook page for your business. Any self-employed person can do that. Any person doing lawn mowing or photography on the side or daycare or whatever can start that up. And a lot of them can use that as a, like, instead of having a website. And so they can completely run their business on there. And we wanted to be able to give them something that they could put directly on their Facebook fan page that can allow them to promote their business. There are a ton of competitors in this field. A ton. Some of them listed at the bottom. There's Heyo.com, Wishpond.com, Antivo.com. In addition to those, I'm competing with companies that provide landing pages. This promotion, PromoKaizen, can be used to do landing pages as well. And so because there's a ton of competitors, there's a couple different things that go through my head. First off is like, why would I want to get to that Shark Tank? There are a lot of people who are making money doing this. If there is a ton of companies who are able to support full-time staffs and support, health insurance and all those other things, there is a market for those companies to be making money. And the thing that I read is that when there's a lot of competitors and nobody's kind of like differentiated themselves enough to where they are the top dog, until that person comes out, it's free reign. Google wasn't the first search. It just became the best one. Okay? And so that's what I hope to accomplish with PromoKaizen. I'm not going to be the first one out there, but I hope to be the best. But in order to be the best, we have to differentiate PromoKaizen from all the other competitors. And so there's a couple ways that we're going to do that. The first that I think is going to be important is template quality. You can see here a number of templates from, on the left side is Antivo. This is email. You gotta get some espionage going on. I'm a member of Antivo.com. I'm looking at I'm trying to get in there and see what they're doing so I can make myself better. On Valentine's Day they sent me this email. It's kind of clip art basically template, and you have some boxy templates here. Same thing with Heyo, and then a Wishpond is that you can put up one image and you can write a headline basically. And so what I have found working at a marketing agency is that brand control and brand design is extremely important. You want to have control over every aspect of it. You don't want to look bigger than you are in a lot of cases. And so by having high quality promotional templates, you can do that. Everything about this template about these templates doesn't look like templates. This looks like you had a developer put this together, a designer put this together. And one of the reasons that PromoKaizen will have a higher template quality is because initially we're going to launch with 20 templates, just as professional as those three. But they will be like each company, each marketing agency, each designer who wants to do promotions on the side can create their templates themselves. They can use them themselves, and then they can share those templates if they want to. They can share them for free, or they can they can put a price on them, so that you as a business owner can go in and say, "That looks awesome. I want to run that promotion. I'll pay $2 for it." Okay. By having a template marketplace where people can sell or give away their templates, where a community of people can rate those templates based upon how good they are, and where you as a business can go in there and say, well, architecture firm or I'm a whatever company, you can quickly find a promotion that fits your need. The goal is to start with 20 and end with 100,000. You know, wherever there's going to be a line of it has to meet a certain quality level because we want to remain high quality. But if somebody says, I want this template to be for sale, it'll go through a review process, and when it's approved, it'll go for sale. And so you could imagine a world where you can run a promotion every 2 weeks if you want to, and it can be a completely different promotion, completely different look, and it's focused on what you want to win. This marketplace is a proven concept. It's done places like ThemeForceWix.com, Template Monster. You've seen them, WordPress templates all around. It has not moved into a promotional, that I've seen, it's not moved into a promotional offering like any of my competitors. And it's not moved into a landing page, like into the landing page competitors. I've not seen a landing page company that's selling templates.
LaunchRock.
Who?
LaunchRock.com.
LaunchRock. Somebody make an
Actually
actually
use them. Yeah. No, I mean they're very similar to what you're trying to do.
Awesome. Good. That means I have more work.
But they're not competing with you. They're
Okay.
just doing landing pages.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, one of the things that's going to separate PromoKaizen is that think of it as landing pages with social integration. Okay. The biggest problem about putting like a promotion into Facebook where it shows up in your Facebook page is creating the Facebook app and then loading it up to to a server, and then it can show up there. PromoKaizen kind of like helps you skip that step, and like one of the cool things about PromoKaizen is you'll be able to have 4 promotions ready to go. You click a little button and say make that one live, and it immediately switches it over to the next live promotion. And so it's kind of going to separate itself from landing pages, but it can be used as a landing page. Is what I'm saying. It doesn't have to be just on Facebook. Allowing designers to make money is extremely important to the business model, because a person who can make money and make a living using PromoKaizen is going to help PromoKaizen a ton. There's numerous sites that do something similar to this. Obviously, the template sites are doing something similar to this. They're allowing designers to make money off of their templates over and over again. And so I think the easy template creation and monetization means that PromoKaizen will have a large collection of high-quality promotional templates. The second way that we're going to differentiate is on price. The common pricing model, I don't know, what's the pricing model for LaunchRock?
LaunchRock is freemium.
Freemium, okay. Common pricing models are freemium or monthly subscription. Freemium means that you get a really watered down version that gives you X number of entries or X number of templates or Facebook pages or however you want to limit, and then to get more you have to pay a monthly. It's usually a monthly price after that. Some of the ones I've seen they start out with monthly. They don't want to waste time with free. And I think that's a solid business plan that allows you to have stable growth. But I think one of the things that I want to try, and this is kind of my entrepreneur optimism, is I want PromoKaizen's core features to remain free forever, hopefully. Now, how in the world is a company that's going to host everybody's promotions, hopefully, going to make that free? Well, we hope to do that in 3 or 4 different ways. So listed here, we'll go into each one of them. Template sales, affiliate product sales, market analysis reports and case studies, and then promotion design contests. Template sales, similar to Apple's App Store, where they collect a percentage of each app sold. At PromoKaizen, when a person buys one of those sold templates that a designer has made or that a marketing agency has made, PromoKaizen will take a percentage of that. Whatever the percentage is, I don't know what that is yet, but that's just kind of one of the ways that I want to earn money. I think if you look at the cost being between $2 and $15, you can see where aggregate that over hundreds of thousands of businesses, hopefully, you will have a baseline expectation that can hopefully keep the lights on. That's kind of the goal for template sales, is to keep the lights on, keep everybody, like keep the people paid and all that stuff. With that, you buy the template and you can use it forever. And so I think that'll kind of ease into recurring. But there's some of the other revenue models will kind of hopefully help with that. Affiliate product sales. When you're promoting something, a lot of times you're going to promote your own products, you're going to give away your own product. That's great. But sometimes people are not going to respond to that. Now, I actually would recommend, don't always just give away your product. Give something that's ancillary to your product that kind of works along with the people that you're trying to target. Like, it may not be that they want your service right now, but they might want an iPad. And they're still your target market, you're still getting their like, you're still getting their contact information. So some of the things that people are going to give away, iPads, Kindles, cameras, lenses, purses, all this stuff listed here. On PromoKaizen, when you run a promotion, one of the things that we will be doing is offering affiliate links to the product that you're giving away. I would recommend don't even buy the product until you've selected a winner. There's no point. You can just go on Amazon.com and say, ship it to so-and-so once you've gotten that. And so you come to PromoKaizen, you hopefully will use that, just kind of, we're going to be transparent about it. We're like, this is how we keep the lights on, how we keep offering this awesome service, is by you guys buying some of the things that you're going to give away anyways for the regular price. It's just getting a kickback like through Amazon Associates or some other affiliate program that comes back to PromoKaizen so we can continue operating. Third way that we hope to make revenue. When you are not paying for a product, you are the product. And so at PromoKaizen, we're going to be transparent about it. We're not collecting your customer's information. We're not collecting your specific, information. We're collecting aggregate, anonymized data to help other businesses, including yourself, do promotions better. That means, is an iPad better to give away than a Kindle? Who knows? I mean, you can search, but you would have a way. Is blue better than red? You wouldn't know unless you had done a blue promotion and a red promotion for the exact same thing. But when you got hundreds of thousands of companies doing promotions, that data is extremely valuable to marketers and business owners. And so we will take that data, create marketing analysis reports quarterly initially, and case studies where we come to with whatever company and say, hey, we want to do a case study about how awesome that promotion was. Hopefully they'll give us permission to do a case study about it, and they will get advertising for that. But we will do these case studies, and we will sell these for, I don't know what price, but a reasonable price, and we'll target business owners, marketing agencies, anybody who's not using PromoKaizen. Because you don't have to use PromoKaizen for this to be valuable information. And so by using that kind of, it's a twofold thing. We're selling it to make money, but it's also an advertisement because where'd all that data come from? Oh yeah, PromoKaizen. And so it's a way for businesses to gain insight. If you're a small business, you have no capacity to do large-scale testing. And so it kind of evens the playing field for small businesses with the larger business. You can't do the same kind of research as Coke. You can with PromoKaizen. It's kind of the idea. Final revenue model that we hope to achieve is a promotion design contest. Who's familiar with 99 Designs? Okay, 99 Designs is a company that does you can pretty much do anything. Web development, like website design, logos, anything related to design work. You can go to 99 Designs, you can type in what I want. I want a logo for this company. Here's some of the things that I like. You put into the system what you want. You tell 99 Designs what your budget is. So you can have $200 budget, $300 budget, $400 budget. And then you can either guarantee it or not guarantee it. Either way, there's different mechanics that's involved in that. But when a person submits a contest on 99 Designs, it goes to hundreds of thousands of designers, and they all look at it and say, do I want to actually do this particular project? And they submit designs to you without any requirement of getting paid. And so you have hundreds of designers coming and giving you options. And so you go through that list and you say, that one looks good, that one looks good, that one looks good. You go to a final round where those final 4 people have another set of revisions where you hone down what you want into a state that you want it. And so basically, I was hoping that more of y'all knew what 99 Designs was, so I don't have to go through that. But basically, it takes your design needs and packages them to a budget, and out of the black box, you get the design that you want. And so there are going to be people who don't want to fiddle with the super easy user interface for PromoKaizen. There are going to be people who just want to have it up, just do it. And what we'll do is we'll offer that for a larger price. It'll cost them more to do that. And it'll go out to every designer who has ever created a template for PromoKaizen. And they can make some more money there. At the same time, we'll take a percentage of the final balance. And so in coming up with this business model, I tried to look at things that have worked for others and build that into PromoKaizen. And that's really all I have as far as the basics. I wanted to give you guys a quick demo of where I am at this point. I've come a decent ways. Thanks for this. Okay, so this is PromoKaizen homepage to start out with. I'm already logged in, so I'm just going to go into my PromoKaizen. This is not live data, this is just some stuff that I'm working on, or will be modifying. Let's go ahead and create a promotion. Well, let me show you this first. What templates are there for me? I only have one right there. Oh, there'll be 20 before lines. If I wanted to create a template, I can just go create a template there. I can edit the template by clicking on that. I'm not going to go through that because I don't think that's a... If you want to see that, I can show you afterwards, but I wanted to show you the creating a promotion. Alright, so I've already got several Facebook pages connected, but if I didn't have one, I could just click connect it. I'm not going to do that right now. And so I'm just going to create one for Tech Meetup. And this is our only template right now. If there's more, it's go to the next one. Create a promotion. This is the editor. Try to make it really clean. One of the things you'll notice is that it's intended to be used both on Facebook or on a web page, but also on a mobile site. You'll see that if you click mobile, it shrinks down. Facebook shrinks, it comes back up to large. So you want to change that photo. You can select the file. But one of the things that I think is really kind of cool is that you can actually use your iPhone to do this. And so I'm going to try and do that right now. I've got a photo I took of my Coca-Cola can earlier. I just wanted to put it up there and so you guys can see that. One of the things that I thought would be really neat is that if you're a business owner and you had an iPad and you have a boutique and you want to give away your shoes or your shirt or whatever, you take your iPad, take a photo of it, upload it to PromoKaizen directly from your iPad. Alright, so I'm just going to show you guys here. I'm clicking on the image. I'm choosing a file. I know that's hard for y'all to see. I can take a photo of y'all if you want. No, I'll just use that. I'll just use the camera roll where I just had the... Oh, come on. Don't be too big. Okay. It's meant for an iPad, not an iPhone. Okay, so I just saved that photo. Let's see if it shows up here. You better show up. There it goes. Okay, so I just saved it on there. So all I have to do is refresh this. It takes a little while to download. It'll be cached, so it's a really high quality photo, right? Got to work on the orientation apparently. So you can change the photo there. You can change the logo. Anything on this page that has been deemed editable in the template can be edited. So like you can go in here and change the text. And I'm working on the forms right now. I still gotta look like the form, building forms dynamically, it's a tough problem. I think I'm getting there. So, really that's all I have. I wanted to show you, I guess, what it would look like here. So this is on one of the places I volunteer's Facebook page. And so if I were to change this here, so I just added a little more LKHI. Should have put something more useful there. And refresh. It's currently live on that site. There's still about at least 2 to 3 months worth of work that I have to do. There's a couple things that I think would be useful for me from y'all is feedback, general feedback as far as the idea, competitors. I want to know as many competitors as possible because I want to beat them. And so I don't think that's necessarily going to happen in the first month or two. I know it's a process, but it's something that it's a passion of mine. It's something I want to do full time. And right now, I'm just not something I'm doing full time. This is my contact information, some of the stats that I had. Any questions? Feedback?
What language?
Currently using ASP.NET C#, MVC. Same. I've used Stack Overflow as my basis for trying to build a solid foundation. It's not perfect. I got a lot of work as far as cleaning it up.
Are you going to build an app on top of it, or is it just going to be browser-based?
I think it'll be browser-based. You can do the majority of things that you need. Like, talk about the iPad thing. You can do that from the web. You can do it for mobile Safari. And I think it is beneficial to have an iPad. Maybe in the future that'll be something I do. But right now, I just want it to be live and in people's hands to test.
The designs, where do you get those things?
I am hiring out a designer. I got my logo done in 99 Designs. I'm hiring out, I use Elance to find a designer. And they are creating 20 templates, and I'm going to have to go through and modify them to make them editable. There's going to be a little bit of, in the process of making a template, there's going to need to be some decent documentation that I have to set up. And it's fairly easy. You just add a class to an element that's editable right now. If it has editable class, then you just look at the tag to see whether or not it's a photo or a font of text.
The way that you're doing your designs on, is it, will you have the ability to, you said you're doing like Elance or something, to get the designs?
Yeah, for the templates, yeah.
So
For the initial 20 templates.
is it something that you can give the organization that you're using and say, follow this?
Yeah, it should be very simple. My goal is to make it to where, my primary goal is to where I can tell a person to say, add the class, like a class in HTML is just basically an attribute for an element. Add to that class the word editable. And when it becomes editable, my system here can say, okay, I can edit that image. And when you say edit that image, then all this right here works with it.
No, I meant,
That's not what you're asking.
I meant like you have control over literally what it looks like.
Yeah, he's talking more about style.
Oh, like you as
style
a
templates.
company?
Well, yeah, but not, I think you've got a good model because this is the kind of stuff that that ad agencies
So like you're saying
want to be able to control the brand on, but don't, our structure doesn't work very well to actually be able to do, smaller things like that.
As an ad agency, he wants to be able to make templates, but contract out the design for it so that they don't have to
Like
pay
like just to say, here's branding guidelines,
Right.
so your designers can control, you can control what it looks like by branding
Yeah.
guidelines, okay. Or
whoever your company is.
Whoever your company's using.
Yeah, your agency can control it. This is the template setup. Basically what it is here is you have a place to upload files. The basic structure of the templates is root folder, all your HTML files, a folder for images, a folder for styles, and a folder for JavaScript. You upload those files and they get spread out across these. You can, if you were to remove this, well, actually I don't think that's linked to the database. I'm going to say that if you were to remove that, it wouldn't show up right now. But you can actually override it. If I wanted to change what style.css is for this template, I could just upload a new style.css. It would overwrite everything in that style.css.
But who's doing the CSS?
Whoever owns the template.
I think that's the point of the marketplace. I mean,
guess
you
what
could
I'm saying
contract to the
is,
marketplace.
If I said, if I've got like a campaign for a brand and it's Nike and it's orange, like, and I say, I need a template created for it.
Yeah, that would be through the.
You've got a system in place.
Yeah,
where-
that's the contest system, where you,
Okay,
you as a
okay.
company say, I want to spend a little
Gotcha.
bit more for somebody to just create the promotion completely, where I don't have to edit anything, it's just there. And that would go out to all the designers.
So the template, I'm just trying to understand the word template here.
Yeah.
You create a template for me, and then somebody else can come and use my same template for another contest?
Only if you share it. Okay, templates are going to be hidden. If I create a template and I want to share it, yes, I can share it. But there's a lot of agencies who create their templates internally, and they don't want other people to see it. And so, okay, maybe it'll be helpful to do it this way. If you go to the home page, this is kind of like what it would look like if you're a general user coming to promotion templates for PromoKaizen. Still work to be done, but there'd be 3 by 3 here, and then you could sort on the different area. I don't know that I'm quite answering your question, so maybe. let me know if I
Michael,
am or
wouldn't
not.
this be the marketplace where, I mean, similar to eLamps, if they want a specific design to a template, they can go to the marketplace and one maybe exists for sale from one of your partners, or they could put a contract out like you would with Odesk or eLance or something like that and say, here are my specs. Who wants to bid, 99 designs. You put your specs out there and somebody bids on it and designs
Exactly.
it.
What I'm trying to say without saying it is, can somebody else make it look like I want it to look?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Absolutely. Sorry. You'd have to pay more money though. They're just using it to.
Well, but it may be that depending on what a branding firm's cost structure is, it still may be cheaper.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, this
Like,
for a
yeah,
marketing. This is the tool I
This
wish
is
I
so
had
good
when I was
idea.
working for the marketing agency I was working
Well, you know what I'm getting at.
for. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to have control over the full on HTML and everything.
Yeah, okay.
And so, right now, you're saying like after promotion's been created, once it goes into promotion, like you use a template. Can you modify everything in that template to whatever?
Well,
you
I
want
just
it
want to be, it just so that whoever the client is can be, whether it's an agency or whatever, can be the brand Nazi
Yeah.
without actually having to
be. Yeah. without
put it
having-
together, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. The whole idea is to govern the style while the designer's actually manipulating the style. You're going to have some sort of governance mechanism, because if you just hand a designer over some template for his agency and they say, okay, make it for Nike, and they do something that's just completely wild,
Yeah.
and just all of a sudden now they've got to bulldog everything this guy does.
Yeah.
But let me ask you about ranking. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say, it sounds like you control that.
The promotion contest is going to be a phased project where you get to say initially the designers are just going to send you a PDF or a
Yeah.
an image of
And it sounds
what
like
the
it's
promotion
cost
will look
efficient
like.
enough that that would work.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So your ranking starting with just wherever the designer outputs, he sends it in a scratch,
Mhm.
and then where does the rest of your ranking come from?
As far as like scoring a star, like on the templates.
Yeah, let's say you make a template and his ad agency wants to put it out. How do they know that's going to be an effective template?
Okay. What they won't know until it's been used. Obviously.
That's the problem.
Yeah, they won't know until it's been used. And are you talking about they just created a template, or
Yeah.
are they using a template that already
They're,
exists?
let's say let's say they just created a template. Now you're asking them to go live with a template that you don't know if it's gonna rank highly or not?
Yeah.
Is there some way to pre-rank all this stuff? In other words, can you throw it out to a Facebook community and say, hey, what do you think about this template?
No, I think that the way it's going to work very similar to any. It's like a product.
Yeah, no.
You put a product out on Amazon.
Right.
People buy the product and then they come back and say, was this a good product or not?
The reason that they have reviews on products, and typically most reviews are written by market people, not people that actually bought
Yeah.
the thing, is for that preloading, so that they don't have to take a risk on a template that might not fly.
Yeah.
Well, I think that this may be what you're asking, but beyond the marketplace, what I haven't seen in any of these competitors is the analytics.
Yeah,
and,
precisely,
And
yeah.
you can sell it to guys like Tim's firm for big bucks for a monthly subscription to have the analytics behind this.
Moderately
that-
priced bucks,
oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, big bucks. He's big bucks.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, your rank
but
is
the
tied-
analytics
yeah.
that give aggregated data that's anonymous, but give the marketers
Yes.
advice on what works and what doesn't
Yeah,
work,
if you can
whether
come
it's
up,
the
if you can
giveaways
come
or
up
the
with a
template
way to
design.
pre-rank these templates before you sell it to them and give them the analytics
Yeah,
off it,
a lot
then
of-
you've really got something.
Well, this is one reason why it's free. Like, you
No,
can
it's free to
download
the
it for
users,
free
but
and
these
you get a
guys
thumbs up or
want the
thumbs
data.
down.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons why I want it to be free.
Well, why
so
does
more
he have to
people
pay
use it.
for it though?
For the case studies and marketing reports?
No, to
Because
get the template out.
he doesn't have to pay to get a template out.
Okay, so you get a
can
free
create as many
template.
templates as you want. What? Let's think of it
He's
like
saying
this.
if he has somebody create it for him, is what
Right.
I'm paying for.
Well, it's like Theme Forest. If you want to buy a theme, you pay $35 or whatever the market price is. You're paying not maybe him, but somebody in the marketplace to
Right.
design your custom theme.
And
That's
it's
all.
probably
Template.
it's probably more cost efficient
Yeah.
to do it the way
Absolutely.
that he's talking about,
Right.
as long as there's some degree of, that you can have.
But where he can make revenue is providing you some analytics before you design it
Right.
and input into your design
Yeah,
to
no,
say
that
what
would be
works
an
and
important-
doesn't work.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And that's one of the things. One of the things I need is if you're a marketing agency and you have some interesting questions or some questions that you're curious about, and if you had the ability to poll 100,000 businesses, what questions would you ask?
Mhm.
And that's the kind of stuff I need to start thinking about as far as building analytics.
That's good.
Did you say anything about A/B testing? So like, I want to put out a promo, and I have like two templates that I'm kind of leaning, and I don't know, so maybe I want to try both of them. And basically, the one that's the most successful, right, with a certain segment of the
Yeah, it would
Facebook
generally
market
would
or whatever,
start
that would be the
going
one
out.
that kind of gets pushed out, right? Maybe I stop using the other one if it's
Yeah, I think A/B testing is extremely important on a small level. Like, I don't think you want to go do a huge, drastic design difference, because generally your people might get confused if they're completely different design. But also with promotions, the span of promotion is generally going to be like 1 to 2 months max. If you're going any longer than that for promotion, people are like, have you picked the winner yet? And so the span of promotion makes A/B testing not necessarily as important for an individual promotion as much as, well, what works, on average for most people. And so that's where having a bunch of people doing different things and saying, well, I want to know what are the best keywords for giveaways, what are the best keywords for photo contests or whatever. And so I think that A/B testing is probably not something I'll do unless it becomes something that people are like, they'll pay extra for and it makes sense. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I have a question, not so much on the business plan or the technology, but more of the development process. It seems that the technology is getting somewhat easier to use in terms of not having to have a lot of the core skills, but that the process of bringing it to market is actually getting more complex. And that whereas you can develop a concept as an individual, but to a certain point, at a certain point, you really have to pull together a team. And what I'd like to get is perhaps your insight and maybe Tim from working with folks and maybe even Kurt from doing several businesses of how do you, if you don't already have that team developed over a period of time, but you're to that point where you know you can't do it by yourself. how do you, what's been your experience in terms of bringing people together and working together coherently and long enough and effectively enough to be able to properly bring that business to market? What's been your experience so far?
Well, I'll tell you my process so far. Initially, I wanted to have, and still do want to have, a designer co-founder and a business co-founder. I'm a developer, not a designer. And I've just recently brought on a designer to do contract work. And I think for me, the process for going from the stage I'm at now, where I've spent some decent amount of time building it, to giving up huge portions of equity or whatever else, that person would have to be like the perfect person, and offset my like things I'm not good at really well. And so I would value a high octane business person. I value a high octane designer. I've currently contracted one designer in the area that is going to do some work for me. I just want to see if this is something they're passionate about. I'm paying them for the work. It's not like you're working on an equity thing. And so for me, I'm really young, so I can't really speak to growing a team yet. Hopefully that'll be something I can speak to in a couple of years. But I think for me, it's going to be a process of getting somebody in to do some work that I pay them for, at least in this early stage. And if they have a passion for it and they are doing work that I feel is like, if I feel like they get it, then I'll offer them a co-founding position.
Is this designer local or
Yeah, he's
local?
the area.
Okay. Do you think there's an advantage to having a local designer as opposed to a remote one?
Yeah, my experience with remote designers, there's a remote designer doing all the current templates, is that you can get a really cheap designer in India, but you're going to spend a lot of time talking to them.
Exactly, yeah.
And trying to get what you want. You're going to spend a lot more time
See, that's
having
what
them
Tim's afraid
understand
of.
what you need.
Though, not so, okay, I mean, market conditions given, all right? I hate to say this because it makes what I do sound expensive, but what I don't want my people, or I can't have my people creating templates like that, because you just can't charge for it.
Right.
Yeah.
You really can't. So that's why I was saying, can you have your client or agency, which would be your client, manage the process from that standpoint, and have somebody else do it? Okay, that sounds awful, and it sounds like
No, I mean, you're hooking up to a pipeline.
Yeah.
You want that pipeline outlet to be free, but you want whoever's managing the product that's flowing through the pipeline to govern it.
Right.
And that's where your burden is gonna be.
So basically, you're thinking of having like a secondary login for a given person that is like an editor or something like that.
Yeah.
If I'm understanding you right.
Yeah, something
It
like
doesn't
that.
have they can't do anything but edit this one
Like think of
promotion or template.
think of your client as like not even an editor, but a director.
Right.
So that there's a system where they can say it's not yellow enough, or whatever it is,
Yeah.
but not actually, you're not paying somebody to sit there and actually do it.
Yeah. I guess, well, on that aspect, we're not trying to be the communication platform.
Right.
There's, you got Facebook
I
and
get
a
it.
lot of different
Yeah.
tools that allow you to communicate with your staff and your different people.
I get it, I got you.
But once he thinks about it, he'll add that feature to it.
You heard of rotocopter?
Say that again?
Rotocopter?
I have Rafflecopter.
Roto.
Is it not Rafflecopter? I thought it was Rafflecopter. Okay, yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I've seen that. I think it's similar to it has like you give like a picture of what you're giving away, and you have like a headline, and it's a very generic template, or is it complex?
You're able to. It's just only use it once.
Okay.
As I recall, you're able to create a promotion and then require the person to take action, like the page before the template is open to them to enter the contest.
Yeah. One of the things that I've kind of made a conscious decision on is to not gate things. You heard the term gate, where you block somebody from entering if they don't like.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of, there's nothing stopping that person from going and liking you, entering the promotion, and then unliking you immediately after.
Right.
You as a company need to build something that's valuable to them, and so it kind of made it. I don't know. I'm trying to integrate with Facebook to where it's easy to put things live, but I'm not trying to get integrated with Facebook so much so that when Facebook launches some new deal, that I'm still not viable. If that makes sense. And so, I mean, Facebook changed their promotions terms yesterday and allow people to use just a status as a promotion now. And there were companies like Antivo that sent out an email like, whoa, we're surprised. But for a little while I've been looking at that, and it was against terms of service to not have it inside a page, a Facebook page tab. You had to have your promotion inside a page tab. But you see people all the time putting up, like this and share this photo to be entered to win it. And Facebook just kind of gave up on, like, policing it. So now it's free reign, and I think it's good. I mean, however you get people involved in promotions is good. This is a tool that once a person enters in, one of the things I haven't finished yet is you have a list of people who enter the promotion and a list of subscribers to your newsletter or whatever. You can export that list into any email system you want. Eventually it'll be tied to programmatically where you just enter your credentials, but initially it'll just be like it'll be there for download. Any other questions? Criticisms? Go ahead. No, go ahead.
So, have you approached any? You're getting the site up, but have you thought about approaching designers to submit templates or whatever? Like especially like really good ones.
Yeah.
They have really popular things on different platforms.
I think my initial plan is to go through a beta test with hopefully local companies that I get a lot of input from, with just the 20 base templates. When you're building a product that requires two sides, templates and the businesses, you have to seed one or the other. And there's no way I could seed businesses to this kind of company without having promotions. And so 20 promotions is the start. And if I feel like it's worth my money to get more made for whatever reason, I will. But I'm hoping that building a base of clients, people aren't paying anything, they're just using it, will pull in designers when they see that these people want some better promotion. I mean, the templates that we have are not bad, that we'll start with are not bad, they're really good actually. They're all responsive, which is another thing about the templates, that's going to be one of the standards for getting into the marketplace. It's got to be responsive. But I think that 20 templates will be enough to start. But yeah, I do need to, when it becomes time to launch, there's a number of different things. I'm going to try and get 200 companies that are not competing with me, but they're talking to people who would actually like Wave Accounting or some of these other bigger name companies that have startups and small businesses, trying to figure out a way that their customers can become my customers. It's just if it's free, it's just it's not gonna hurt anything to give it a go. And one of the other reasons I wanted to make it free is for startups. You don't have a lot of money, and doing a promotion, if you're giving away an iPad, it's one of the things I'm thinking about giving away for my first promotion. That's $600, and for a startup, that's a lot of money. And so, paying $100 a month and paying X number of dollars for the promotion, it doesn't make sense to me. And people sometimes, you don't do promotions for 3 months. Why are you paying for it when you're not running a promotion? So.
Are your the competitors, are they all responsive to their templates?
Yeah, most of them are. But I think I think they have to be nowadays.
Yeah.
Any other questions? Guys, I thank you all. I'll be around if you have any questions you want to ask.